Hello YouTube, I'm James Revels Composer, and this is the first tutorial I have of Reason 8. Today we will learn about the basic interface. To give you a quick little overview of my history, I've been using Reason since Reason 4, and this is my favorite interface. And I think to start off a tutorial, it would be best to start here. So first you got 4 main windows. Let's see, you can open and toggle them with this little circle in the top left corner of each window. The first main one is your browser. Basically, this is where all your instruments, your effects, your utilities, you can even have folders that go to specific places where your samples and patches will be. And let's see, that's it for that. For here, you have the mixer, and with the mixer, this is where your faders and everything are. Next is your rack. The rack is basically where you put your devices. So for instance, say you wanted to load you up a device, you go boom boom, you click and drag it. Or if you're an old school Reason, usually you click it and you'd hit create, or right click it, create instrument, but that's the old school way, and the browser will come up. Now the next one is the sequencer. This is where you'd actually compose the music. You can also click and drag here. Although you can't click and drag to the mixer, you can click and drag to the rack and the sequencer. Now, the quick keys to get to your mixer, rack, and sequencer is F5 for the mixer, F6 for the rack, F7 for the sequencer. So, sequencer, you go in here, this is where you compose everything. Rack, this is where your devices show up so you can tweak the knobs, get the sound going as you like it. Keep it simple. And then the mixer over here, this is where you go and get the final mix. It's even some mastering effects up here. You should play around with that. Alright. And that's pretty much the end of the tutorial, and the only word of advice I can give from here on is to just experiment with the interface. Right click, look at all the options, look through all the menus, and get a real grasp of what Reason's really capable of. That way you can come up with some ideas and experiment. So, was it happy reasoning, happy music making, and I hope to see you next time.
Pyromaniac.